Hi everybody, welcome to the channel and welcome to the reading. Today we're going to be taking a closer look at the relationship between you and your person. Whatever person that's been on your mind lately that you've been thinking about. This could be a person that you're in a relationship with, could be a situationship, could be just a person that you have feelings for. Whoever's been on your mind lately, this reading is for you. We're going to take a closer look at you, the person, the relationship, the past, and the future today. Make sure you like and subscribe. This is a new channel, so that really helps me out. And at any point, if you think of a question that you would like for me to answer in a future video, please leave it in the comments and I will be sure to make that video for you as soon as I can. So you can see that there's 5 crystals here, 5 piles, 5 cards to pick from. I want you to take a second, look at each of the crystals, look at each of the cards. They're turned over right now, but take a look at them, meditate, take a few deep breaths, and see which crystal or which card is calling to you. The timestamp will be in the description for you to go to your reading. Please take whatever resonates and leave the rest. If you feel like the reading that you selected maybe isn't resonating for you that much, feel free to come back to the beginning and select a new reading. The deck that I'm using today is the Dream Visions Tarot. It's more of an abstract, colorful deck. I really enjoy this deck and enjoy the imagery in this deck, and I hope you guys do as well. So take a moment, subscribe, leave a like, and then go ahead and select your reading. Reading number 1, welcome. So let's take a look at what's going on in the relationship with you and your person. Whatever person has been on your mind lately, we're going to start with you. So this is this card here on the left, the 5 of Cups. Okay. You might have Scorpio placements. So think Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. There's some kind of Scorpio placement in your chart maybe. 5 of Cups does tell me that you're feeling a lot of anxiety and a lot of sadness and depression. I'm thinking that maybe something did not go well with your person recently. I don't know if it could be a breakup. It might not be that extreme, but you're feeling some kind of a loss around this person in this relationship perhaps. So let's see if it comes up in these 3 cards here, because these 3 cards will tell us a little bit more about the present of the relationship, the future, and the past. But before we do that, let's see what's going on with your person, which is this card over here. We have the Magician. So the Magician in this deck is a Mercury card. So your person could have Gemini or Virgo placements. They seem like they're going after their dreams right now. They're working towards something. They have a lot of ideas, but what's special about them is that they're putting it into action and they're making their thoughts and their dreams a reality. They might also be a very confident person and not afraid to take action. They're secure in themselves. They're aware of the power that they hold, and they don't really mind being the first one to make a move, something like that. Let's take a look at the present of the relationship. Okay, we have the Judgment card. So perhaps something did happen in the recent past, but you're thinking about it right now, you're reflecting on it, and perhaps you're at a point where you're ready to move forward from it. You've had some kind of a breakthrough. We're ready to move on from the past, and we've reached that point of you've kind of figured out what happened and where things went wrong, and now you're ready to move on from it. So let's take a look. If we, in this past position here, let's see what's going on here. Okay. 5 of Swords. So it does look like there was some sort of an argument, a disagreement that might have happened between the 2 of you. And that might have brought about a lot of anxiety and a lot of difficulty in the relationship. It might also not have been an argument. It could just be that one of you was maybe a little bit unreliable, maybe kind of flaky, would cancel plans last minute and things like that. Or was just a little bit ungrateful, like one of you was doing a lot of work in the relationship and the other person was not appreciating it. Perhaps that's what triggered this argument. Perhaps that's what triggered maybe the break that happened between the 2 of you that you are still handling and dealing with right now. So let's take a look at what's waiting for you in the future, because it seems like with this Judgment card, that you are kind of ready to move on from whatever this situation was in the past that was very challenging for the relationship. Okay, so in the future, we have the Queen of Wands, which I think is a very great card to have in the future position. There's going to be a lot of more passion in the relationship, some optimism. I think lessons have been learned, especially with this Judgment card, and now you guys are ready to move on and enjoy the relationship a little bit more. The things are going to start flourishing again, and someone is going to take control. The Queen of Wands loves to take control and take action. It does kind of remind me of this energy here, so perhaps it is this person. But let's see if we can get a little bit more information about this. I'm a little curious about this Queen of Wands. So let me pull another card here. Okay. We've got the Hanged Man. So I do think that a lot of this passion and optimism is going to come from the fact that you are letting go of this situation in the past. There's kind of a new chapter because you've gained a new perspective on things. It's interesting that the Hanged Man is an energy of waiting and reflecting, while the Queen of Wands is very much take action and go for things. But I think in this case, the Hanged Man just represents the new perspective on the situation, and that allows things to move forward more positively. Okay. I hope that this reading resonated for you. Take what did and leave the rest. And if you feel like none of this really hit, then feel free to go back to the beginning and pick another pile. Leave a like and subscribe if you can. That would really help me out. And if you have a question that you'd like me to answer, feel free to leave it in the comments. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. Reading number 2, let's find out what's going on with you and your person. Again, this can be any person that you're thinking of and that's on your mind right now. We'll start with you, which is this card over here. Okay, so we have the 10 of Pentacles. This is a really positive card. You might also have Virgo placements. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. You might have some Virgo placements in your chart. This card and this deck represents Virgo. But you're feeling very positive about the relationship right now. Things are going really well for you, at least in your eyes. You feel very stable in the relationship and you feel very content. This is definitely one of the most positive cards in the deck. So I think things are going really well for you with this person right now. Let's see a little bit more about what's going on with them. We'll move over here. This represents their energy. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune. They might have Sagittarius placements. So same thing, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. You might have some Sagittarius placements. But I think with the Wheel of Fortune, they might be experiencing a lot of change right now, change that's outside of their control. I'm not sure if it's good change or bad change, but there's a lot going on right now. So let's pull another card to see if we can understand a little bit more about what's happening. Okay, we have the King of Wands. So I think it's good change. They're kind of transforming things that are happening in their life that are outside of their control, are transforming them into this like very confident, charismatic person. People are very drawn to them. They have this very alluring energy because they're so outgoing and positive and strong and friendly. Like people just love them right now. And these changes are really bringing positive things into their life, and that's transforming them into this King of Wands type of energy, which is good. So let's take a look at the relationship right now. Okay, we have the 6 of Wands. So things actually are going really well right now. You guys work really well together. You're both feeling very optimistic about where the relationship is going, and you have this like sense that things are moving in the right direction. So this positivity that you're feeling is justified. Things are going really well in the relationship right now, which is great. Let's take a closer look at the past. Okay, we have the King of Swords. I think that's interesting considering we have the King of Wands over here. The King of Swords is a very logical person, routine-oriented, intelligent, rational. This could be this person. They're changing from this into this with this Wheel of Fortune happening over here. But let's pull another card so you can understand a little bit more about how this King of Swords energy affected the relationship in the past. Okay, we have the Sun. So I think that the King of Swords did that type of thinking about the relationship and that type of personality did bring a lot of positivity to the relationship. It brought specifically a lot of security. And I think that might be why you are feeling very stable and content in the relationship right now, is this King of Swords energy is what allowed you to feel that stability, which is great. So the King of Swords brought a lot of positivity to the relationship. Let's take a look at the future. Ooh, exciting. We have the Ace of Wands. So there's going to be some kind of a new beginning or a new opportunity presented to you guys in the future. I don't know much about that beyond it. So let's pull another card to see if we can get some more information about this new opportunity, this new beginning. Okay. We have the Two of Wands. There's going to be a new path presented to you. So that could mean that you guys might have the opportunity to travel, or one of you might be presented the opportunity to travel. When I see wands, I kind of think of like work sometimes. So maybe one of your guys' work might bring this travel opportunity to you, and it'll open up this new path that you haven't really thought about before, because it'll bring this new opportunity. You guys also, I don't know if you guys work together. There might be this kind of partnership energy, because again, wands I associate with work, and sometimes it's about work. And we have two wand cards here, and the Two of Wands can sometimes indicate like a partnership as well. So looks like you guys might have some kind of a travel opportunity presented to you, which is exciting. Again, take what resonates, leave the rest here. If you feel like this didn't resonate at all, feel free to go back to the beginning and pick a new pile and have another reading. Please leave a like and subscribe. That will really help me out. This is a new channel. And if you have a question that you want me to answer, feel free to leave it in the comments and I can make a video on that. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. Welcome to reading number 3. Let's take a bit of a dive into the relationship between you and your person. Again, whatever person that's been on your mind right now. We're going to start with you, which is this card over here. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. We have the Hermit. So before we talk about what the Hermit means, you could have Virgo placements in your chart. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. There could be Virgo in there somewhere. But immediately when I see the Hermit, I think that you are feeling quite isolated in the relationship. There's some kind of separation happening. This could be like an actual separation, like you're physically not with your person, or it could be more of like a mental, emotional separation. You've been on your own journey. You're doing a lot of self-reflection and some soul searching, and you haven't really been super involved with this person as of right now. Let's take a look at them. Ace of Swords. This is their energy right now. Okay, so they could be an air sign. Anywhere, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, air sign could be involved. But they have a new way of thinking about the relationship. They've come to some kind of realization. They're ready to stop putting off the inevitable. And now they're thinking a lot more logically about the relationship. Let's see if we can get some more information about this, because I'm kind of curious. Let's pull another card. Okay, we have the Four of Cups. So they could have been feeling some regret or some remorse about something that's happened. Or they could just be kind of like that daydreaming off in their own universe, off in their own head type of person. And they weren't really in the present moment in the relationship. They were not really there. They were kind of off in their own universe, in their own mind, thinking about things. But something also could have happened that they might be feeling not too great about. But now that's kind of taken a turn. They've woken up. They're in the present moment. They're thinking about things clearly. So let's take a look at what we have, the energy of the relationship right now. Okay, we have the Fool. So this indicates that the relationship is going to change pretty majorly. It's changing right now in the present, the energy of the Fool. There's a new stage happening. I don't think we need to pull a clarifying card about this, because we'll see These two kind of clarify this because we'll understand a little bit more about the past and a little bit more about where things are headed. So let's take a look at the past and see if we can understand what is happening in the present. Okay, we have the Two of Wands. So in the past, there might have been one of you might have traveled, or you might have traveled together. Travel is somehow involved in the past here. That could have led to this kind of separation that we're feeling right now. You guys might not be physically together because of this travel. Maybe it's long distance. One of you has moved away. And I think perhaps now, we have adjusted a little bit more to the travel and the change, and maybe we're entering this new stage. Okay, let's see what we have in the future. Okay, Six of Cups. There's going to be a lot of nostalgia in the future. We're looking back at the past and very fondly thinking about happy memories. Let's see if we can get a little bit more information about what is occurring between these two. Because to me, this seems like the relationship is going to change. This new stage is happening, and you both are just kind of taking the leap into this new stage of the relationship. And then it's going to, further down the road, you'll be reflecting on the good times of the relationship and thinking very fondly about it. I want to know a little bit more about what happens in between these two things, so let's pull another card. Okay, we have the Magician. So it seems like the Magician in the tarot comes directly after the Fool. So the new stage in the relationship is going to turn into this new opportunity that somebody is creating. Somebody takes action and is creating out of this change, creates this new version of the relationship, and then that kind of takes you into this nostalgia thinking of the happy memories. Okay. I think we might need to pull another card here to understand a little bit more about what might be going on. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Ace of Cups. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like the relationship might have a fresh start. So the relationship is changing right now. There's a big shift happening in the relationship. We're going to take that opportunity and transform the relationship into something that we want it to look like. Someone's going to take action. We're going to be feeling a lot of fond memories, nostalgia about the relationship, looking back on the past. And then that kind of leads to this new emotional start, this new beginning. Ace of Cups is fresh love, falling in love, feeling all of these new emotions about a person. So I think perhaps the relationship is going to kind of have a fresh start because we're feeling a little isolated from each other, maybe some travel, and things are changing for the better. I think that's very exciting. Okay, so take what's resonated, leave the rest. If you feel like none of this really made sense, that's okay. Feel free to go back to the beginning and select another pile. Otherwise, leave a like and subscribe. I'm a new channel that really helps me out. And if you have a question that you'd like answered in a future video, please leave it in a comment. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. So let's figure out what's going on between you and your person. Again, this could be any person that's been on your mind recently. It doesn't have to be a person that you're in a relationship with. But we're going to start with you, which is this card over here. Okay, we have the Three of Swords. You could have Libra placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. You might not have Libra placements though, but it is a possibility. With the Three of Swords, you recently were very hurt by something in this relationship. Something happened that kind of left you feeling wounded and separated from your person that you've been thinking of. So you might not be with them right now, physically, or maybe just kind of in that emotional sense, feeling very separated from them. And you're trying to heal from whatever's happened. Let's take a look at their energy right now. Okay, we have the Fool. They could have Aquarius energy. Aquarius somewhere in their chart. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. They're starting on this new journey and they don't have commitments or worries. So whatever has happened between the two of you, you are very hurt by it, and they're kind of taking the approach of like, let's move on to the next thing. Let's see a little bit more about this energy here. Let me pull another card. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups. They're feeling very charming right now. They're looking for romance and love, but there is an energy with the Knight of Cups about forgiveness. So there is a possibility that whatever has happened here, they are not harboring any negative feelings about it, and they have this like forgiving energy about the whole situation. So let's see what's going on in the present right now. We have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so swift change has happened in the present, or is happening right now. There's a lot of change happening and it was kind of sudden. Let's see if we can pull another card to understand a little bit more about this change. Okay, we've got the Three of Wands. So it might be change that's hurting you right now, but it is good change. The Three of Wands is like seeds have been planted and it's been brewing for a while, and good things are to come. You can see that with, the sun is on the horizon, good things are coming. Like this change is for the best. It might have been initiated by, I see that we have, we have the two knights here. So it might have been a change brought on by this person rather than you. And that's why you're very hurt and trying to heal from it. But it is for the best. So let's see what happened in the past. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so that tells me that it is something that has been brewing for a while. This Seven of Pentacles is like putting a lot of hard work into the relationship, trying to be very nurturing and trying to be very patient. And I guess this change has been brewing just because the relationship has been taking a lot of hard work and you've been trying your best to nurture it, and it just has not gone the way that you thought. So let's take a look at the future. Okay, the Devil. That's not as scary as it looks. Don't be frightened by that. But I think that's just a warning for the future that you might be chained to this person. I'm kind of like thinking like toxic situationship. You guys might keep coming back to each other if you're not careful. You might keep finding yourselves back with each other and you're unable to move on from the situation because you're not letting go of each other. And you want to be careful about being reliant on them for like companionship or comfort. Again, that kind of like toxic situationship energy. It's important to really make sure you're taking the time to heal and reflect on things and recover from it, because you don't want to end up here. This is not where you want to end up. So do your best to recover and heal. Let's take another card actually to see what might help you in this healing process. Okay, we got the Ace of Wands. So while you're healing from this, be on the lookout for a new opportunity. I think something new is going to be coming to you. The Ace of Wands is all about something new and something that you're passionate about. It might even be something related to work or something that you do with your life, and it might help you recover from your romantic situation. Could be a new work opportunity, but it could be a new love opportunity as well. But this new opportunity, well, if you put your energy into that rather than this situation, then it'll help you heal from whatever has happened here. Take whatever has resonated and leave the rest. If you feel like this didn't make any sense for you at all, please go back to the beginning and select a new pile. I'm sure that there will be one reading in there that will resonate for you. Otherwise, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm a new channel that really helps me out. And if you have a question that you want me to answer in a future video, leave it in the comments and I will make that video for you soon. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. Welcome to reading number 5. Let's see what's going on with you and your person. Again, doesn't have to be someone that you're necessarily in a relationship with, but the person that's been on your mind, and we're going to get to know first your energy, which is this card here. Okay, we have the Nine of Wands. You could have Sagittarius in your chart. You might not, but you could have Sagittarius in your chart. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. The Nine of Wands tells me that you feel very tired. You've been fighting for the relationship. And you have made progress with this person and with this relationship. But it has been really difficult, and you're feeling quite tired from it. And I think we need to take a second and learn from what's happened in the past. This card here will tell us a little bit more about the past, so we'll see if we get the information we need from this. But this card does ask you to take a look at the past and try to learn from that. Let's take a look at their energy. Six of Wands. So they could have Leo in their chart. Again, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. But contrary to you, they feel very optimistic and very inspired, and that things are moving in the right direction and that things are going really well. I think it's really interesting that you feel this way and they feel that way. Like, these are very different energies from each other. Let's take a look at what's going on in the actual relationship right now. See if we can explain this difference. King of Swords. Okay, so things are not feeling very romantic in the relationship right now. We're feeling very logical. We're trying to think logically with our rational minds. We're not letting our hearts lead right now. We're letting our heads lead. So I also don't think that there might be a lot of communication happening, but it's not communication about feelings. It's not like that very deep emotional communication, which could explain why we're on very different pages. You guys are talking a lot, but not about the right stuff. So let's get a little bit more information about this King of Swords so we can see what's going on here. Okay, we have the Four of Cups. So one of you is like, I think probably you, it might be them, but it's probably you, is feeling a little bit of regret and remorse. I think it's you because this card is very positive, and I don't know if this would really associate with that energy, but one of you is feeling, it could be regret and remorse. It could also just be like, we're feeling very separated from each other because we're in our own universes and we're in our own heads and we're thinking about things about ourselves. We're very wrapped up in ourselves and we're not really in touch with you, in tune with the other person right now. And that might be why there's that lack of emotional communication happening. So let's take a look at the past, see if we can understand this a little bit more. We've got the Five of Pentacles. So something in the past happened that made one of you feel very excluded. Again, it probably is you, considering that this person is very different energy from you, but feeling very excluded, hopeless, and like unappreciated. You can see that there are Five Pentacles here, and this person in the card is looking away from them and is so wrapped up in what's going on in their head that they are not acknowledging the good things that they have in their life. Could also indicate that there might have been some instance that led to this separation or this feeling of exclusion between you and this person. And so we've now kind of developed into this, where that feeling of exclusion has led you to put up a guard and you're in your own world, or perhaps this other person is as well, thinking about ourselves, wrapped up in ourselves, and we're not really in touch with the other person. So let's take a look at the future. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups. I think if we continue on this path, we're gonna end up feeling very exhausted, and we might just end up walking away from this person in this situation because we're just going to be so drained. You can see all these cups are empty. All our cups are going to be empty, and because we are putting in a lot of hard work, and if we keep doing that, we're going to be drained and we're just going to end up wanting to walk away. And it seems like this person is really out of touch with what else is happening in the relationship. So I do think that some communication, some honest communication needs to happen. Otherwise, you're going to continue on this path and end up here. Let's see if we can pull a card to give us some advice about this communication, about this situation for the greater good. Let's see what we get. Okay. we got the Judgment card. So I think the advice here is to take a step back and really evaluate what it is that you want, and reflect on the past, think about what's happened in the past, think about how you want to move forward, but don't act in haste. Take a second and really think about things, and think about what you want your future to look like and how you're going to get there. Take a second and do some reflection. Take whatever has resonated and leave the rest here. If you feel like this didn't make any sense for you at all, please go back to the beginning and select another pile. I'm sure one of them will resonate for you. Otherwise, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm a new channel, and that really helps me out. If you have a question that you'd like me to answer, leave it in the comments and I will make a video for you on that question. I'm always looking for new ideas. Otherwise, thank you for spending time with me today. I hope this reading was insightful and gave you some good information, and I appreciate you being here with me. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching.